Hi! Today I'm going to show you how I made my sheikah slate. So for this I'm of course going to start out with a pattern, and for this project I am going to use really thick craft foam. This is 3mm I believe, and a really thin one. So I'm going to make this into a phone case. So that is what you need. My phone has a fingerprint thing on the back, so the idea was to put that like in the eye. Didn't work. Going to have it in an awkward spot. I don't know, don't care. That's what Photoshop is for. My plan is to build up the sheikah slate in layers. I think this is the easiest way if you're working with craft foam like this, and these are all the layers that I used. So now we have all the layers and it's time to put them together. I only used the thin foam to cover this piece, and all the other pieces are made with the thick foam. Of course, if you're going to do this and you don't have the same foam as I do, make sure everything is measured correctly so you don't have any awkward gaps in between the foam and everything fits nicely. And of course, if you don't have like the fingerprint thing on the back, make a really little hole on the side so you can still poke the buttons to turn your phone on. And I almost forgot this part, but don't cover up your camera. I almost did that. But I want to use this at a con. Don't want to take my phone out of it all the time, so make sure you don't forget like the essential stuff. So I ended up changing this part a little bit in the end, which I didn't film. So I still wanted to show you this one because it kind of explains how I did it. But here I applied some Velcro so I could attach this piece so I can put in my phone and take it out easily. However, I did it with like the whole layer. You don't need to do that. I ended up only making half of it detachable, so I could just lift it up a little bit, take it out, put it in. Otherwise there's like a really ugly seam all around, and I didn't want that. So when everything is together, I just go around, cut off any pieces that stick out that shouldn't be there. And then it is time to give some shape to everything. So all the edges that I want to be round, I cut off first before I sand it. It's just quicker, easier, and I really don't like sanding foam. The dust gets everywhere, it's sticky, and of course, don't breathe it in. Always wear a mask if you are sanding foam. So the base is done and it's time to attach some of the details. For this I used a contact glue instead of the glue gun. The glue gun is good enough for the big layers, but for the small details I like to use contact glue because those small pieces are like more prone to falling off if you don't use the right glue. Also, every piece that I am going to stick on this, I am also dremeling the edges off. It looks better that way, cleaner, just nice. So to make everything like the same as the pattern, I am just punching small holes through it so I can see it on the foam and put everything exactly in the right spot. I'm also drawing on the edges, which I'm going to cut off and round out. Now I'm done with all the gluing, all the sanding, and it is time to add the last few details before I paint everything. I'm adding these details with a wood burner, just to give some extra texture and depth. I think it looks really nice instead of painting it. But be careful if you're going to use a wood burner, they get super hot, and also the fumes of the burning foam aren't really that good for you. So of course, wear a mask to protect yourself. Before I paint, I seal everything with wood glue, and then I use acrylics to color everything in. This is truly my favorite part because here you really see everything come together. So after the first layer of paint dried, it is time for some weathering. I do this by mixing some black paint with a lot of water, and I'm covering everything with it. Before it dries, I wipe it off, so the black paint only stays in the spots that like dirt will stay at. This gives any prop a more realistic feel, and it also creates a bit more depth. The last thing I had to do after the weathering was add some fake leather to the handle. However, that clip got damaged, so I can't show you, but that's really easy. I know you can do that. Here's the finished product. It looks a little bit different because the lighting is weird, but you saw in the last clip that weathering looks really nice. I finished it with a matte spray varnish, and I can't show you with the phone in it because I'm filming on my phone, but I promise, it looks really good. So I hope you liked this video. If you want to see more like this, don't forget to subscribe if you didn't already do that. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next time.